Good morning. So I have had breakfast. Cosmo has eaten. Nova has been fed. And this one is currently eating. I did not make my bed this morning. That's very unlike me, but the reason why is because I need to wash my sheets. So I need to rip my bed. I also need to edit yesterday's vlog and the 2 videos that I filmed yesterday, which the year-end video ended up raw being like 40 something minutes. So not as quick as I thought it was going to end up being, but that's okay too. It works out in the end. Also, I realized I forgot to film us doing Advent yesterday, but we did in fact do our Advent yesterday, and Apollo likes it just as much as he always does. Anyway, so I'm going to sit down and I'm going to edit yesterday's vlog, and then I'm going to clean. So that means ripping my bed and making it new, cleaning up the mess that Apollo made with the paper, with the construction paper stuff, throwing that in the recycling. Probably just throw it all in a paper bag and throw that in the recycling bin, since obviously the paper bag can be recycled, and just trying to go with that. I didn't realize my computer hibernated. So I have to, so my ring light turns off whenever that happens, because whenever I turn my computer on from hibernation, it kind of resets the thing. Or it may have actually restarted, who knows? God knows. Ugh, my computers enjoy restarting on me. But anyway, it's already like 10 o'clock. Almost, at least. I'm also doing some work for the theater that I work for, which has been nice. I've gotten some stuff done with that. I think I talked about that last night. I invited a bunch of people to like the page. The owner created an event for opening night. So I invited, so I shared that on Facebook as well. I'm going to share that on Twitter as well, and then I'm going to retweet it personally, because there's a Twitter page too. So got the link, so I just need to go to Twitter, and I need to switch over to an existing account. Oh no, I need to log into it. So I need to find the login information, which means I can't be filming at the time. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'm going to retweet it personally from my personal account. I don't usually love sharing where I work. Granted, I don't work physically anywhere for this place. And it's not my full-time job either. So it's far from what I do for my full-time job. And so I guess it won't be so bad. And I guess with it being at a theater, if somebody does show up, that's good. So yeah, if you decide to come and see the play here in Minnesota, in the Twin Cities, and you see me, come say hi. It'd be great to see you, but yeah. So I'll go ahead and share that. So if you guys want information, it will be on my Twitter. I don't tweet a whole heck of a lot every single day. I did. Remember the Twitter battle I had with Kay? What was that, 2012, I think? Anyway, if you're anywhere near a place where you can come out to see a play, there'll be information on my Twitter page. So, have I edited yet? No. Have I even ribbed my bed yet? No. Those are Christmas presents. I brought the Christmas presents. I came to bring the Christmas presents down that I have to wrap today. This is technically for my sister, but Miss Nova decided to destroy the duster. So now I have to get dressed and head over to the Mall of America, where I have one being set on hold so that I can give her that. It's paperback, which is kind of a bummer, but I don't think she's gonna care. I do. As you can kind of tell, I like having books in hardcover when I can get them in hardcover. As a matter of fact, I have looked and looked and looked for another copy of Sex and the City to be in hardcover. as much as I could. I've also looked at, here's a perfect example. When I first bought Tuesdays with Maury, I think it was just Tuesdays with Maury and Have a Little Faith. I think I bought them in paperback, and I literally replaced them with hardcovers so that all of my Mitch Albom books are in hardcover copy. And so all of them are. So this is my Mitch Albom. From here to here is all Mitch Albom. And they're all hardcover. So I will even like go back and repurchase if I need to get hardcover. So yeah, it's really important to me. So sometimes I feel like it's important to everybody. Let me know if it's important to you down in the comments. But yeah, so I need to go and do that. Here's another Candace Bushnell book that I don't have in hardcover copy. My parents got that for me one year. But again, this is one I really can't find in hardcover. Maybe I'll be able to find it now-ish, but I prefer things to be in hardcover if I can get them in hardcover. But yeah, everything else, if I can get it in hardcover, I do, kind of thing. But all right, so I need to get dressed and head to the Mall of America now. So here I am at the Mall of America. The last Saturday before Christmas, which I vowed to never do again. Though it doesn't seem to be too busy yet. It's only 11 o'clock in the morning. The Mall of America only opened an hour ago at this point. So luckily I know exactly where I'm going. And it's already being held for me, and I can just hopefully get in and out very, very quickly. I hope I just don't get distracted while at Barnes & Noble. It's Barnes & Noble. I don't read a ton, but I love having books, so... Okay, that's probably the quickest, aside from going to Pita Pit when I used to be here, quickest I've been in and out of the Mall of America. That, or if I'm just going to Best Buy real quick, but I got it. It's paperback. Hope she doesn't mind. I know like I said before, I would, but it's got a new afterword by the author, so anyway, let's head home so I can finally edit. Okay, I am rendering today's Vlogmas, so the Vlogmas that went up yesterday. I am rendering that at the moment. I'm feeling a little hungry, so I think I'm gonna go upstairs and make lunch. I think I'm just gonna make like a peanut butter sandwich, just something really light, simple. Still my plate from yesterday's lunch. But yeah, I think that's the plan. I'll take Nova's little treat up, or treat plate up. What you doing, dude? Big dog? I'm gonna step on Big Dog. I'm gonna step on him. What you doing, Big Dog? Cosmo, I love you. I love this Baba. I love him very much. Yes, I do. I love this dog very much. Wobbly scritches. Alright. Anyway, then I'm gonna sit down. So I'm gonna start, once I do that, I'm gonna sit down and start a Christmas movie. And then I'm going to wrap presents. Since I have all of the presents that I need for Christmas Eve at this point, except for Ace's, because obviously I have to send them home with Mark and Melissa. I don't know what I'm going to get Ace. I'll probably just get him another bone. The bones that I got for Cosmo and Apollo, I picked those up yesterday while I was at Petco. But I wasn't sure how expensive they were going to be, so I only got 2 of them. Because the benefits of having worked and still shop at the store in which you worked, and you still have friends at that store, is I got some stuff early. So there's this new brand that they're going to start carrying called Rome. So this is freeze-dried grassland venison. But I got them each a Rome knee bone from an ostrich. So I don't expect them to last long, but at least they'll have something nice Christmas morning. Now, starting next year, I want to get everything off of Etsy. So anything I get for anybody is coming off of Etsy. Oh, Cosmo is getting up. So what is that noise? Just the big dog getting up. Oh, what do you want, big dog? You're going to lay down by the door? Okay, you lay down by that door. All right, so plan. Here is the plan. So the plan is I'm going to go make lunch, come down, start a Christmas movie, and then I'm going to, after lunch, while I'm watching the Christmas movie, clean up. And then I'm going to grab the stuff to wrap presents with, grab the presents and the stuff to wrap presents with, wrap presents, and then at that point, somewhere in there after that Christmas movie is over, I'll come over here and edit another video, the video that's going to go live on Thursday on my main channel, and then watch another Christmas movie. When that Christmas movie is over, I will edit the video going live the Thursday after, and so then I will be 1 week ahead, really, and then next week I'll put myself another week ahead, and then the weekend after that I'll put myself another week ahead, so I'll be 3 weeks ahead on videos going into the new year, which is where I like to be. 3 to 4 weeks ahead is where I like to be usually, so I'm thrilled that I'm going to do that. I know, bud. You're fine, little dude. You're fine, little dude. Right now you got to be in there because Mama's got to get stuff done. And Mama can't have you running around causing trouble while she's getting stuff done. Sorry. Love you. You're a good boy. Okay. But yeah, so then I'll be 3 weeks ahead at the start of the new year, which will be lovely. And like I said yesterday, then start filming on Tuesdays and editing on Thursdays, 1 to 2 videos. I'm not going to stress myself about doing 2 videos. As long as I can stay about 3 weeks ahead, I'll be good. But that's the plan. All right, I'm going to check in later. Okay, presents have been wrapped, and I have edited the video going live on Thursday, and it's currently a little after 3 p.m. so I'm still in a good place. I'm taking a look at the website for the theater that I work for now, just trying to see if there's anything that I can do to make it more searchable, whatever it may be. So yeah, so that's what I'm working on right now while this is rendering, because I really can't do much while this is rendering, but this is short enough. It's only going to take 27 minutes to fully render at this point, so it's not going to take long enough for me to really sit down and watch anything, unless I decide to sit down and watch the community Christmas episodes, which I could do. I could do that instead of watching a second movie today. That's something I could do. So, but I may as well try and get some extra work done instead. Sounds like my car might be leaking something. My parents brought it in for me, and I'll go pick it up later whenever they're done with it. My tire needs to get fixed, and I need an oil change, and my car might be leaking a thing. Hence the reason you'll notice in my year-end video, if I asked myself for 2022 Brit, I asked myself if I got a new car over the course of 2022, because this one is over 100,000 miles now, and I just don't trust cars over 100,000 miles. Cars are not built to last anymore, and so I've thought about it. I've thought about unloading this car and trying to get something new. And when I say new, I mean new. Like, I would drive a new vehicle off the lot. I'd probably lease it. I probably wouldn't buy it. And then I'd make the decision over the next 3 years or so as I have it, if I wanted to just trade it in and get a new lease with a new vehicle, or if I wanted to buy the one that they have, that I've had over the time. I know what I would get. But I know somebody, because I mean, cars are not an investment. Cars are very much not an investment. They're a liability. So buying a new car and keeping it for a really long time really doesn't do much. I mean, it's rare that you'll end up with a car that ends up becoming an investment later. But, what was I gonna say? So the idea of, so this person that I knew when I worked at Petco, we worked at Petco together at the time. Neither one of us work at Petco anymore. But there was this person that I worked with at Petco that would do that. She and her then husband, they've gotten divorced since then. She and her then husband would do that. They would get a new car every 3 years, but they would lease them. So the car would never be theirs. And so that's what I would do. I take really good care of my vehicles. So, you know, that's something that I would just consider just doing, you know, going and getting a new car every 3 years. Same one, probably just the newest model of it. And just leasing a new car. I don't know if I'd ever want to own another car, because the nice thing about it is if I get a low mileage lease, then it's going to be the lowest payment available for a vehicle, plus I'm driving a brand new vehicle right off the lot, plus basically if anything does go wrong with the vehicle, it's all covered. So like, I would never, other than oil changes and putting gas in the car and getting like tabs and stuff, I would never actually have to worry about like paying for anything for the car. So that would be nice. I mean, up until my current car got to 100,000 miles, anything would have been covered for that. But you know, now it's at 105,000 miles, I think. So I don't know. I've been thinking about it. It's a consideration for me to do that. So we'll see. I haven't decided yet. But we'll see what's wrong with it. Because if it's going to start nickel and diming me, I got to get rid of it because I'm not going to sit there. It's always been my mentality is, I mean, this is the newest car I've ever had. Before this, it was a 2005, and that nickel and dime me. Before my 2005, I had a 98 Blazer, and that started nickel and diming me. Before that, I had a 99 Grand Am, and that started nickel and diming me. So, like, my parents bought my current car when it was brand new. And that was kind of their reasoning, was they're like, I would rather spend money on a car payment and have a car payment and be building credit instead of having to spend a ton of money in repairs that isn't even worth spending on the car. Because, and that's what it came down to with the Equinox when I had it. I mean, I loved my Equinox, don't get me wrong, and I would consider getting another Equinox. It's a little bit bigger than what I would want, so the vehicle that I want now is a bit smaller than an Equinox. But I mean, I loved my Equinox. I loved it. And the only thing that was weird about it was the window buttons were in the in the center, so they were like on this side of the car, not this side of the car, so it wasn't like on the door. And for everybody, so like, well, the back seats I think still had window buttons, but like the passenger also had to go to the center of the car to roll down windows. It was just weird, but that was the only weird thing about it. But I loved my Equinox, but at the end of the day, like, it cost a lot of money to continue to repair. One of the repairs I had to put into it was $1,200. My dad ended up paying for that for me, and then I paid him back with the cash that I got from the sale. So it just was meh. I didn't like it. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. But yeah, that's I don't know. If this is gonna start nickel and diming me, I'm thinking I'm gonna trade it in. Well, not trade it in, sell it and buy something new. So, and there are a lot of people who think that buying a new vehicle or even leasing a new vehicle is silly because it just decreases in value so quickly. But cars decrease in value at all. So, like, it really doesn't matter. And again, I'd rather not be spending money on repairs. I'd rather just be spending money on payments. But to each their own. So I watched nothing. I made my bed.